Welcome back, everyone, to Lore of the Shadow, where last time I had a word with Frodo about his experiences in Mordor, and now I need to discuss these with Gandalf. Where's that Mithrandir?
Frodo's ordeal in Mordor has left its mark upon him.
No, I do not speak only of the finger that Frodo lost to Gollum's biting teeth. I speak of a mark that none can see, but it still persists, casting a pall upon his heart. He has retired to the bower that was prepared for him. I will see that Samwise has a task to undertake that will free Frodo from his watchful gaze, and perhaps you can learn what still troubles our victorious ring-bearer. All right, I suppose I can do that. So let's go and have a word with Frodo. It seems that Mithrandir has succeeded. Frodo smiles weakly as you approach.
My mind is still caught in a whirlwind of confusion.
Hello again, Pinelore. Gandalf came by and had a task for Sam, and two of them have gone off somewhere. If you're looking to speak with them, they are not here right now. My mind's still caught in a whirlwind of confusion. I can't believe that the quest is over. I'm not used to the idea that the ring is gone. In Mordor, I would shut my eyes and still see it, burning inside my mind, tearing me apart. But it's been destroyed. Pippin insists that I write everything down before I forget the details, but I don't want to remember them, Pinelore. I don't want to. If my friends knew the truth about what happened within Mount Doom. Frodo shakes his head and holds up his injured hand. It has been wrapped in a bandage and treated with care by Aragorn, but you remember the grisly sight of it. I labored beneath the burden of the ring as Sam and I crawled through the Mordor and up the slope of Mount Doom. Much of the journey is hazy to me, even now, and dear Sam told our friends most of the tale. But he did not tell it all. I think he wanted to spare me the shame of it. That is the truth. Shame. Deserved shame. Sam said that Gollum tracked us to the mountain, and at the end the pitiful creature overpowered us and stole the ring before we could cast it into the fire. But that is not the truth. At least not all of it. I'll tell you the truth, Pinelore. I want to do what is right. Now, this is one of those cases where we absolutely have to do the session play. Right?
Gollum caught up to us on the slope of Mount Doom, and Sam stayed behind to deal with him while I entered the mountain, eager to be rid of the ring.
Yeah, I guess if you got something like that, you'd be eager to get rid of it. Or would you? I have one skill. Murder. The hobbitses must die. They must die. But not yet. No. Not yet. We're pretty close to yet, I would think, at this point. Right? I mean, especially after that deal with Shelob. Well, now, let's see. Where are they? Okay.
But Sam, dear Sam, could not bring himself to slay the wretched creature. He let him go.
Yes, let him go so that I could kill him. Now, let's see. Where are we? I think the
And
sound
so
is...
it was that Gollum followed Sam into the mountain.
Okay. I was wondering what in the world was that all about. Ah, well, there is Sam.
I am here, but now I choose not to do what I came to do. I will not destroy it.
Really?
The ring is mine!
Ooh. Master.
Master, no! Frodo!
He broke promise. There you go. Fat hobbit down. Quite a battle against an invisible opponent. Drink another. Okay, here we go. Mines. It's ours. Happy dance time. Nothing can go wrong now, right? Yes, nothing can absolutely. Oops. Slight error.
When the ring went into the fire, the power of Sauron went with it. His works were unmade, and he was undone. Were it not for Gollum, the quest would have failed. After coming so far, after enduring so much, after the sacrifices and the suffering of so many friends, when at last I stood at the crack of doom, I could not do it. I chose not to destroy the ring. How can I bear the shame of it? I let them down. I let everyone down.
Well, based on everything I heard about the ring, I don't think anyone could have done any better at getting it there.
You know the truth now.
So many good people suffered. So many good people died. So that I could get to the mountain. And at the end, I could not bring myself to do what everyone depended upon me to do. How can I live with the shame of it? Well, from what little I've learned of the ring during your own adventures has taught me that it was an artifact of great power and of great evil, and that it could work its temptation even to the good hearts of those of the strongest will. Well, maybe you're right, Pinelore. Your words do not erase my shame, but even though the ring is gone, I can still remember how I felt at that moment standing above the fire. I didn't wish to destroy it. I would have rather died than allow it to be taken from me. I cannot imagine how Smeagol survived for so long after the ring came to Bilbo. Or perhaps I can. It was the desire for it that drove him, and that feeling is familiar to me, and painful. Pippin worries that I will forget the details of my journey if I do not write them down, but the details are etched upon my memory. I cannot believe that I would forget how I felt at that moment. Perhaps I should write it all down. Perhaps I should write it all down, and it will serve as a reminder and as a warning. A reminder that good purpose can go ill, but that evil purpose might still serve good. And a warning not to judge either too readily.
Thank you for easing my mind and my heart.
Gandalf's returned, and I now think that I can see the making of a conspiracy. But thank you for your kind words, and I give my thanks to Gandalf as well. I am very fortunate to have such friends as you. I am ready to have a rest, and an end to adventuring. I shall be content just to see Bilbo again and to return to the Shire. I will write down my part of the quest of the ring, all of it, and I will be thankful that the opportunity to live at peace. You said something about Gandalf. Ah, yes, here he is. I am glad to hear that Frodo has decided to write down the tale after all. It has been my experience that sometimes a hobbit simply needs a bit of a push to get started on a thing. But once he has set his mind to it, the results are often admirable. I trust you told Frodo that no one could willingly have destroyed the ring. I meant to return more quickly and tell him that, but Samwise grew suspicious that I was wasting his time and required more assurance, or he would hastily have returned to his master. Wasting his time? Me? Ha! Well, I was, of course, but that is neither here nor there. All that matters is, in the end, is that you have assuaged Frodo's concerns and helped him come to terms of his experience. He deserves that and more for the deed that he has done on behalf of Middle-earth. But enough chattering. Aragorn has asked to speak with you, Pinelore. Talk to Aragorn. Well, I hope he doesn't need me to do another session play. Hello there, sir.
We have come through the long night, to the dawn at last.
We have come through the long night and to the dawn. Many were the days I believed that all my choices were going wrong. But despite those errors, we have seen the destruction of the ring and the downfall of Sauron. When Frodo completed his task, Mordor was shaken to its very foundations by the eruption of Orodruin. The Black Gate and the Towers of the Teeth crumbled and fell, but who can say what lies behind them in the land that was Sauron's? There is a shroud over the plateau of Gorgoroth, and it masks our sight. I have not yet been crowned king, but already I'm thinking about Gondor's future. Can we not have one day of satisfied peace? Sauron's no more. There will be a new ordering of the calendar to mark the occasion. In the kingdom of Gondor, the new year will now begin on March 25th, the day on which Sauron fell and hope was restored to Middle-earth. There are still many preparations to be made before I can ascend to the throne of Gondor, but today is the day of celebration. My friends and my kin have earned the day of victory. Enjoy this day, Pinelore, for you too were instrumental in its arrival. Now, I don't know about you, but I think it's going to be real confusing. Hey, let's advance. Let's say the new day, we advance the year on March 25th. Yes. That'll confuse me, quite sure. That's for... hello, Mithrin, dear.
Frodo's adventure has ended, but Middle-earth will still have need of heroes.
Gondor will need you, as will others among the free people of the dwarves, the elves, and, of course, the hobbits. Be ready for their call, my friend. A great evil of the world has departed, but there are others that will need heroes to face them. Do not face them alone. Some measure of the strength of Sauron was bound in his ring, but much of the strength was derived from his mastery over the weak, and the weak of will. I foresee that some of those freed from his dominions will seek to gain advantage of his fall. The shroud over Gorgoroth is a veil that must be pierced if Middle-earth is to live free from fear. Frodo will write the tale of his adventure, but the next adventure would be yours alone to write. My own time on these shores is drawing to a close, for my purpose has ended. you look at him with dawning understanding that his charge was to combat Sauron, and now that the Dark Lord is defeated, the wizard must leave Middle-earth. "Oh, don't look at me like that, foolish hobbit! I am not yet leaving tomorrow. I will not depart until I know that things are well in hand, and your kind has not yet proven that you are able to manage your own." He stands there sputtering for a moment. There's a twinkle in his eye when he speaks again, and he seems less like Mithrandir or any of his other names, and more like he was when you first met him, as Gandalf. "I will say this to you, and it will be my own last word on the subject. As for this business with the ring, I commend you for a job well done, my dear Pine-lore. Very well done, indeed." Right. All right. Completed the Strength of Sauron. Oh, then we start getting all these mail messages. An invitation from Elessar. Yeah. Of course. "I hope that this letter finds you well, and continuing to fight for the free peoples of Middle-earth of any capacity that you can. The forces of evil are always arrayed against us, despite the victories and defeats of the Dark Master, and yet I know in my heart that we must take what rest we can, and cherish the times of peace that will steel our resolve." Which is this? Alright, let's see. "I await you in the Tower of Hail and Minas Tirith in Midsummer." Okay, so this is going to be a while, because we're going to have a little trip into Mordor before we're going to attend a little wedding, I think. Right? Yeah, I think we get to a point where we are, because there are those adventures that are up in the north first while the wedding party arrives. I mean, it'd be really disconcerting to attend the wedding before the bride arrives. You know, just doesn't make sense. Okay. Well, it looks like we have taken care of a great deal. So what's next? It must be time for me to venture into Mordor, because what better place to study the shadow than to head into Mordor itself, the very heart of the shadow, or at least of what's left of it. So we'll venture into Mordor and get myself a new set of robes so that I'll be ready for adventuring when we return for the start of a new season in the next episode of Lore of the Shadow.